Good evening, everyone. Hi, Bria. Hi, Amjad. Unfortunately, Tracy won't be baking again tonight because she's been out all day on family business and her ankle's been killing her. So Johnny dropped her off at the hospital and they said they think it's just a very bad sprain and ligament damage. So that's all I know as as far as that's concerned. So yeah, can't update you on anything else. I've given you loads of clues. Say, sat here going, oh well. Anyway, so it's chocolate sweets tonight. Got M&Ms in the cookie pie. It does also say you can add white chocolate and milk chocolate, which I'm going to do. Yeah, Bria's got it. New 4 eyes. They are slightly bigger than the other ones, but they're like a plum colour. I mean, it probably don't reflect very well on camera, but they're like a plummy colour. Show you a bit closer look. Like a plum colour. What does slay mean? Is that another one of them words? So yeah, you see, Callum went to pick his up on Sunday, and while he was there, because Chris took him obviously, this says, "Well, your glasses is ready as well." There we go, slay. So basically, we were going to go yesterday, but time sped away with us, and and I says, "Well, leave it, and we'll go Tuesday." So I had my shower and everything, and that's first place we went, and then we did a few errands and whatnot. So yeah, you keep bamboozling me with all these funny words, Amjad. I'm not down with it, if you know what I mean.
I think it's a compliment.
I have no idea. I'll take it as a compliment anyway, but yeah, they are slightly bigger than the other ones. So I'm going to make the cookie pie first, and then while that's in the oven, I'll make a start on the cornflake bars. More or less same or similar to last week's, but it's cornflakes. Now, I came up with an idea of, instead of putting milk chocolate on this one, I'm going to put some white chocolate on, but I thought, I know, I can colour it a little bit orange. Cornflakes orange, you know what I mean? And I am using crunchy nut cornflakes because they're Chris's favourite, and I thought, well, they're not to waste. Whereas normal cornflakes, they don't very often eat. So, without further ado, I'm going to make a start. So, what I'm going to do is, before I do anything, is this is 220 grams of plain flour, and we're going to put a tablespoon of corn flour. Make sure it's all that. something like that siding. And this is half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. And as I always like to do, I always like to mix it up a bit just to make sure that, you know, but I bought a new sieve, a plastic one, so I'm going to, when it comes time to put the flour in, I'm going to sieve it through my new sieve, give that a whirl out, see how we go with that. So that's that done. So you put that to one side. I bought a nice lightweight plastic one because the other ones I've got a metal and they make me hand ache, so I thought it's nice lightweight plastic sieve, so we'll give that a whirl. Hey. Boy. So, hi Crypto, how are you? Hi Tim, how are you? I did watch his video about putting right together. So this is 125 grams of light brown sugar. Some stuck to the bottom of it. And 75 grams of, it does say granulated, but as I always say, I always use caster sugar. And to this, we're going to add, oh, nearly dropped it, 150 grams of unsalted butter. Bugger. And I'll tell you something, Chris actually got me the mini M&Ms, the new, I'll just show you, look. The new M&Ms, the little minis. It's a new line that they've started doing. And I thought, well, being a cookie pie, they're ideal. So they are mini M&Ms. Right. So I'm going to cream this together until fluffy and fully combined. Still feels a bit hard. Now, the thing is, Bria, Chris, I'd said to Chris, if you can't get the chocolate M&Ms, just get me Smarties instead. So he rang me from Asda and he says, oh, they've got these M&Ms minis. And I went, oh, they'd be ideal, with it being like a cookie. So, yeah, we'll give him a whirl, see how we go on.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, what?
Senegal's beating England.
Oh dear. 2 medium eggs. So we're going to mix that in first, and then we're going to I like the peanut M&Ms, but the same as I say, Chris rang me and he says, because I'd said to him, if you can't get chocolate M&Ms, get me Smarties instead. So he rang me and he says, he says they've got these new in and the mini ones. And I went, that'd probably be ideal for a cookie pie. So to this, we're going to put a teaspoon of vanilla, and I'm going to put the new sieve through its paces, see what we get. And it's even got like, oh, no, that away. No, shite. Oh, that'll be good. I've got it in batter. Not a very good start to that one, is it? I've dropped sieve in batter. So I just dump it in because it's all wet through now at bottom. Probably not the greatest of things to do. And obviously that is the, corn flour and the bicarb and whatever in there. So, what, Wally? What am I?
No, Wally.
Well, you don't, when you drop the bloody sieve in batter. So yeah, I must admit I prefer the peanut M&Ms. So yeah, we're just gonna I'm just gonna make sure it's all so now I don't think I'm going to put all these in because I'm putting chocolate chips and milk chocolate chips and white chocolate chips in as well. So I don't think I'm going to. So it's a chocolate extravaganza. So that's milk chocolate chips, obviously. And once I've folded them in, I'll see what's what and see if we need any more M&Ms in. So I think I'm gonna. Crypto says yes, get the chocolate in. Just gonna add a few more M&Ms.
Oh.
See how we. I have put some aside because you, when your pie's finished, obviously you melt some milk chocolate, and then you add some to top after it's baked. I think there's room for a few more. I say go on then. We don't want somebody missing out when it's cooked and getting a piece of pie that ain't got no M&Ms in, do we?
There's a shortage of everything down that.
I know. So, just I've got sticky fingers. Crypto, nom, never enough chocolate. Now you see, this isn't a pie dish. I have got a pie dish, but when I measured it, it's only 7 and it says 9-inch. Now this is a 9-inch cake tin. Tim says just pour them all in. Well, what I'm going to do, Tim, is once I've put it in here, I'm going to sprinkle a few more on top. So yeah, this is a cake tin, not a pie dish. I've got all sorts, but they're either too big or too small. Typical, innit? You know.
What I go with?
You know, I've got 1,000,001 1,000,001 you know, things, and not one right size. You know, I've got you know, metal ones, I've got, you know, ceramic ones. Yeah, can't find one that's right size, can I? So I thought, sod it, I'll do it in a cake tin. I don't suppose it makes any difference, really. You know. So long as it comes out all right, it don't matter whether it's in a cake tin or whether it's in a dish or what it is. But anyway, there you go. And I have well greased the sides of the tin, but I've got one of them things with, so it'd be easy enough to get out. So, just to think, I'm going to sprinkle a few more on top. There you go. Cookie pie for one. Oh dear, that one stuck to my finger. So yeah, just so it makes it look nice on top. I don't want to put too many on. And there you go, baby.
Already?
Yep.
2 seconds. Oh, just going to
So yeah, while this is in oven, is it cookie pie for one?
Yeah, mine.
Well, it does say you get 10 servings out of it.
What are you making yours in calories?
So yeah, so that's ready for oven now. Just wipe my hands down because I've got.
Much without money. England.
Still saying it's 17.
You ready?
No, I've lost my timer. Oh, here. Now it does say between 30 and 35 minutes, but I'm going to put it on 30 and see how we go. We can always put it. Yeah.
Hey.
So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shish kebab.
Right. We'll go on to number 2. I'm doing it in exactly the same tin as I did last week. So, ten for little people is the recipe for the borrowers. Probably. This is 200 grams of cornflakes. I'm putting them in there. I'm going to put them aside for 1 minute. So, get the old trusty. Oh God. Oh, yeah. That shoulder, I couldn't pick it up. Still getting problems with my shoulder. I've got a stitch now. Bloody hell, I can't win. See?
Hey?
Got a stitch now, I can't bloody win. Have a go at making it, Tim. Look, it's easy enough to make. This is from last week, I think. Something stuck on it. Right. So, let's start it away. Ooh. Caught me on that, did it? I had a buttery finger. So, this is 150 grams of unsalted butter. Now it says melt the butter. Well, it says in a large saucepan, but that's the only saucepan I've got, so. So, yeah. Keep your hair on, mister. Bleeping at me. stop bleeping at me just because I lift pan up. Yeah. It's this, you know, when it get like just gets disconnected from the it starts bleeping. Right. So now to this, I'm going to add 200 grams of light brown sugar. And this is 50 mils of double cream. So as I say, very similar recipe to last week. Very, very similar. You've got to keep stirring it until all the sugar is dissolved. Oops, splashing it everywhere. It says, and then simmer for 5 minutes. So I don't know whether you noticed, guys, this seems to be a lot thicker than it was last week. This is like your caramel mixture. Now I've took it down a notch so it just simmers. A quick slurp of my coffee. Oh. Turn that off now. Unplug it. Oh, God. Oh. And now That I haven't decided yet, Tim. To this, you need 100 grams of mini marshmallows. Ow. That were a... I'll let you know sometime during the week, Tim. I haven't really decided yet. I have downloaded some new recipes, but I haven't decided, if you know what I mean. So obviously you've got to stir it when I end up moving to a new... Ooh! Toast gonna come and bake.
Hey!
Callum must be in front of you again, because earlier on you were in front of him, and now he's in front of you. Still a bit lumpy bumpy. I'm just going to keep stirring it until it's nice and smooth. Now you see, last week I used all white marshmallows, but Chris could only get me pink and white this week, so yeah, it does look a bit of a funny colour.
Oh, the
So yeah, I think that's everything. Guess what? You add it to you. I'll tell you something, it smells gorgeous. I don't know whether it's because you like obviously make a caramel. It smells absolutely gorgeous. See, this is the only problem. Hi, Ruby. What a noise it's making. Yeah.
Hey.
Crunchy. Cornflakes.
Disallowed it.
Disallowed it, have they?
Ruby.
You can see like stringy. So now I'm going to transfer it over to the tin. Now you see, as far as the recipe is concerned, oh, I've got cramp in my hand. That's it. But what I'm going to do is, I've got some white chocolate, and I'm going to colour it like a orangey colour and drizzle over, because we just don't want it to be plain, do we? So yeah, so I'm gonna once once it's set and everything, I'm going to drizzle some. That's an interesting recipe, thinking about making some, maybe convenience myself. It's a healthy breakfast. Yeah, I mean it's not too bad, Ruby. Easy enough to make. It's I'm trying to get some in all four corners because I'm going to press it down in a minute. See, I did one like similar to this last week, Ruby, but I made popcorn. I used popcorn. Now, same as I said, a lot of people don't like popcorn. So this is sort of like an alternative, using cornflakes. More or less the same recipe, but obviously using cornflakes. Well, when I say same recipe, last week I used not marshmallows, popcorn and Rice Krispies. Now this one is all cornflakes. So yeah, nothing but cornflakes in this one. They sort of a similar recipe, but it were nice. It were nice, Ruby. Very nice. But same as I says to, not everybody likes popcorn, do they? So I says I've got a recipe more or less exactly the same, but you just use cornflakes. But to me, that just looks plain. So that's why I come up with the idea, melting some white chocolate, putting a little bit of orange food colour into it, just like drizzling it, she says. That didn't work too well last week, so that's that. So that's both of them, and the other one's got 12 minutes left on the timer. So now you see the cookie, giant cookie cake. You melt chocolate on that anyway. So, but yeah, I thought that looked a little bit on plain side. Hi, partners. How are you? So, it says bake in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes. If it looks really wobbly in the middle, if it looks wobbly in the middle still, leave it in for another 5 minutes. Some ovens can take longer. But it does say you can eat it warm or you can let it cool. And then in the notes, as most people do, put things in notes. I used oodles of chocolate M&Ms in this recipe, along with some dark chocolate chips, milk chocolate chips, and Milky Bar buttons. But you can use pretty much any chocolate sweet that you like. Different flavoured M&Ms would work, Smarties, Reese's Pieces, etc. So basically they're saying if you wanted to use the peanut M&Ms. You know, that's a good idea. So, I haven't spoken. Tim, Partners, Crypto. Wait,
Camera.
didn't.
Changed it.
Oh, have you noticed anything different? Has Serbia scored again? They're getting thrashed.
Oh dear.
So yeah, you know, anything different? And don't spoil it, Bria. Bria spotted it. Partners, have you noticed anything different? See, Ruby don't come here very often, but she's noticed. Yes. I've got my new glasses. So yeah. We see, as I said earlier on, Callum went to pick his up on Sunday. And they said to Chris, oh, yours is in if you want to take them now. So Chris and Callum both came home with their new glasses on Sunday. Now, I was going to go yesterday. No, these is new ones. They're like I don't know, black currant. I don't know what colour, like a purpley colour. Show them your close up look. They're like a purple. My old ones were green. Partners. The green ones that I had before. This is a bigger frame. So yeah, I did have some red ones once upon a time, but these is like I don't know. Yes, you have new windows. That's one way of putting it, Tim. But yeah, varifocals again. But yeah, the ones that I had before Partners were actually red. These is like I don't know, what would you call it? Plum, blackcurrant colour. But that if you look Crypto, if you look at them close, they are like a purpley colour. So yeah, I just wanted to go for something unusual, like I did with the green ones last time. I says to Chris, I says, you know me, yeah. Ruby says, yes, I'd say plum. But yeah, I don't know what you'd call it, Ruby. As I say, it's like a plummy purple colour, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not one for towing the line, if you know what I mean. I like to opt for the, you know, something that's a little bit different. Because I says to Chris, when I was trying them on, I says, tell me honestly, I says, I don't look like Deirdre Barlow, do I? He went, no. So yeah. And I says to Chris, I says, because if I do, I says, I'm putting them back. I says, I'm picking another one. But yeah. I says, I don't look like Tracy Barlow, do I? But yeah, she got great big whacking ones, hadn't she? But yeah, I was there thinking, I do. And then another one that popped in my mind where I hope I don't look like, you know, is it Sue Pollard that were in IDI?
Yeah.
I thought, oh God, I hope I don't look like her either. I've cut myself on the end of my finger.
What you done?
I don't know. Somehow I've sliced my finger. I don't know whether it's some of that. Cheers, Partners. You look like Olive from On the Buses. Calling me fag Ashley other day, and now saying I look like Olive.
It's alright, he looks like Steptoe from Steptoe's Son.
See, I've pared them all up for you.
You have
Yeah, so you don't have to bend down with your dodgy back and your dodgy hip.
Dodgy this sound the other. Can we do it?
But the thing is, Crypto, I mean, once upon a time I didn't wear glasses at all. Then I went to opticians and I just had to I had to wear them for reading and watching telly. And then my eyes got that bad and I went to opticians. She says, you really need to wear them all the time. And that's when I went for varifocals because I thought, well, I'm not having none of them with bloody lines in. You know what I mean? I want something that looks normal. But that not done much for your eyesight, Crypto, with chocolate donuts. He ain't died, has he? Oh, that's Sylvester Stallone, isn't it? Who Sly Stone? But yeah, I was a bit apprehensive at first because, you know, Deirdre Barlow, Sue Pollard at IDI. So there you go. Well, that's the thing, Crypto. If I'm not, I mean, obviously I don't go out and about. I'm on my laptop all day long. I were a musician. But yeah, I'm on my laptop all day long. So, but she did say that, see you later. See you later, Amjad. Take care. Hiya, Johnny. How are you? Well, the cookie pie's in the oven. And that's the cornflake bars thingamajigs. But so yeah. Maybe Amjad, I don't know for definite yet. It all depends how I feel in the morning. I mean, last week I didn't, you know, I didn't determine whether I would go in live until afternoon. So if you see me, you see me. If you don't, you don't. So I'll decide in the morning. So, but I won't say 100% that I'm going to be, I'm going to go live. And I'm not saying I'm not going to go live, if you know what I mean. That's thing beeping, baby.
Are you ready?
No, I'm on about what's Simajig? Yeah, I'll text you anyway. Amjad, if I'm going live, I'll make sure you know about it. So there's some more pots here, you know.
Is it emergency that's ready?
Yeah. So anyway, so that's got another 2 minutes. Well, nearly 3 minutes. But we'll see what it's like when it comes. Yeah. So I'm afraid, Johnny, it's not yours. You notice me so Johnny says, so what you saying, you got a bun in the oven before I even got here? Sorry. He says, glasses look good, I'm whistling. But I've been telling everybody, Johnny, they like a plummy colour, like a purpley colour. You know, I always go for the, not the unusual, but, something that's a bit unusual. So yeah, that's got it's going to be 23 tomorrow. 23. Blooming heck. Going to be warm. I thought it were warm today. So It'll be even warmer tomorrow, baby.
Hey?
It's going to be 23.
Oh, hot weather.
Hot, hot, hot.
Yeah, they found them.
She had even put a few aside to sprinkle on top, but I'll just add them to that. And that's for that. You needed more shells. I don't know. They look nice though, Johnny, I must say. They do look nice. Baby. Baby.
Oh, what?
We plug me. No, I'll just say, will you plug me?
Said that while we're in, dear.
No, I meant. Oh. Thingamajigging. Yeah. From where is it? Yeah. This time next year, Johnny, you'll be a millionaire. Thank you. I only know Liz early out of that lot. In that Gordon Burns hymn that you swing me right. Oh, I don't know. I only need one. This one don't need one.
Aye. Oh, is it?
Yeah. There you go. It would have been Prince Philip's birthday today. 1921. You reckon? It says if it looks wobbly in the middle, leave it for 5 minutes, an extra 5 minutes. Yeah, put it in for another 5 minutes. There you go. You thought you were going to see it, and now you're not.
Are you ready?
Hang on. Yeah.
Hey.
I think I remember him. Maxi Priest. You know, I'm not very much into reggae scene, Johnny. Maxi Priest don't mean a thing to me, Johnny. I ain't got Scooby-Doo. You know, not a clue. Thing is, though, partners, Prince Philip and Judy Garland are already dead. Saying. But anyway. See, the only thing I've got to do with the pie is, well, once it's cooled down, I'm going to drizzle some chocolate over it, add some more M&Ms. So, oh dear. I don't do tents, Johnny, I'm afraid. But yeah, no, I don't do tents. I like my own comfort. If it's got a proper bed in it, I'm all right with that. But I don't do sleeping on no cot things or on floor. You know, if it's like one of these glamping teepee things, you know, with a bed in it, I'll be there. But other than that, who the flip's at? Barry Morse. Did he invent Morse code by any chance? You better do tents. There's sheep on that hill. They don't bother you, Johnny, as long as you don't bother them. Oh, I thought you were, you know, of the Morse code clan. Never, not got an idea about that one either, partners. Ooh, yeah, Johnny, it's a gold mine today. Yeah, but yeah, some glassware from the 1880s, sorry, 1880s. But yeah, all more or less everything that he's got is glassware this week. So yeah, including some shells with 22 karat gold on them. There you go. There you go. Hiya, Mary Ellen, how are you? I have seen you watching you baking Ninja Mode. Can you ship some over to Oklahoma and I'll taste test it for you? It might be a bit soggy or something. Hi, Tommy, how are you? Yeah. Now, the cookie pie I've had to put back in because it were a bit wobbly in the middle. So, there you go. Right on cue. So, I did get a message from Gary, Tommy. He's watching the match, the Northern Ireland match. So, he did say, you know, whilst he was watching, you know, he might be watching me as well. So, I've passed the message on that he's this is the cornflake bars, but it does look a bit plain. So I'm going to melt some white chocolate on it and drizzle some white chocolate on it and put a little bit of orange colouring in it. So should I ship it as is, Mary Ellen? You know, just return the tin to me. Or do you want me to cut it up into squares for you as well? So, baby, that thing's ready. Yeah. See, I've known Mary Ellen for quite a while, but she very rarely comments, and you know, occasionally, you know, but she does watch, if you know what I mean. Is it worth shipping 2 squares out? Is been it? Yeah.
Not finished,
No. Let me just put it down here a minute. To me, that looks like it's done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, what have you got a thing?
No. You see this? Gloves in. Still, it slightly wobbles, but to me, if I put it in any longer, it's going to burn. I'll do middle. Clean as a whistle. But it's like any cookie, you know, when you take it out of the oven, it solidifies as it cools down. So yeah, that's come out as clean as a whistle. Wait, partners, we're joking. It would cost way too much to ship anything. Baby, you know, while you're in there, will you melt this white chocolate, please? So yeah, while that cools down, but yeah, I don't want to put it in any longer, because it will probably burn. Now that, as it is, I mean, it is sort of starting to burn a little around the edges. So I'm going to leave that as it is. So I'm just going to put it over here. Ooh, look at my phone flying now. Is that big enough for you, Crypto? Do you think you could eat that in one sitting? So I'm not going to put my camera all the way around because Chris is just going to melt me some white chocolate to drizzle on this. I'm not going to do what I did last week and put it in a piping bag because that went tits up last week. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drizzle it over it. It only mainly for the, it looks plain. You know what I mean? To me, it just looks plain. I know it's, you know, it's not the look of it, it's how it tastes. But to me, that looks plain. You know what I mean? And it adds a bit of ooh la la to it, if you know what I mean. Ooh la la. So yeah, it's just my own personal thing. You know, I just think it looks plain. You know what I mean? It doesn't help. It's not going to, you know, do anything to it. It just make it look better. But yeah, it's not the look, it's the taste. You know what I mean? It's the taste of it. But yeah, so that's just my explanation. You know, it's just my own personal thing that I wanted to do. So I'm just gonna put a bit of, oh, I've got cramp in my leg now. Oh, e. Did they lose then? Yeah. 3-1. What? Who to? Senegal. Bloody hell. So yeah, and I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of that in, which is like an orange colour to it to go with it, you know, the colour of the cornflakes, if you know what I mean. Pardon me. So, but yeah, with that pie, if I'd have left it in any longer, oh bless. What they done then, Johnny? Have they just strapped it up for her, or what they done? Because she said to me that they'd done X-rays and they said that it was just badly sprained and she'd done something to one of tendons in her foot. But she says basically they weren't sure. You know, yeah. But she did say that, you know, that if they were going to closely have a look more closely at the x-rays. Can you bring me one of them smaller spoons in, baby? No, I mean like a teaspoon or something, so I can drizzle this on. It's just that one I think is going to be a bit too big. One more drop and then... Has to rest. Yeah. I mean, it probably is better to get a second opinion, Johnny, but I said to her, when she did it, and I said it looked like it was, with it being the same ankle, that it had probably broke again. But you never know. Let's see how you go on. I mean, made a right cock up on it last time, so yeah, probably best to get a... You see, I thought it looked a bit, I don't know, a bit plain, let's just say. But it gives it that bit of, I don't know, makes it look better to me. Use it all. Hey up. Your phone's ringing. Think it's Callum. I don't know. He's probably watching, Tim.
No. No.
Callum's been doing his research again. There you go. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? So that's that done. So that hasn't quite cooled down yet. So I don't want to melt the chocolate just yet. Might even put some of the mini M&Ms on that. What's that? Can't say it. It's in for a penny, in for a pound. And roll them. There you go. There you go. Put a few M&Ms on it. Make it look even better. So yeah, I ain't gone mad with them. I've just put a few dotted here and there. So probably watching Tim, no doubt. But no, I did download something, and it's like a loaf cake, but the only problem is it's got to be in oven 40 minutes, and it's a Bakewell tart cake. So I'm sort of putting that on the back burner for a little while. I mean, ideally, I could do with doing that and then doing a no bake. So I tell you what, Tim, I've got a recipe here. And it's called Muddy Buddy Bars, and it's basically a Rice Krispie. It's like a Rice Krispie thing. It says, what is a Muddy Buddy Bar? Here's the deal. I'm not sure Muddy Buddy Bar exists before now, and truly that's a crying shame. Muddy Buddy Bars take the crunch and flavours found in the beloved Muddy Buddy, also known as Puppy Chow, and turns them into easy dessert squares. And it's like chocolate, peanut butter, and that's it basically. So I'll show you a picture. Tim, would you be interested in making them? And basically, they're just Rice Krispie. It says Rice Krispie cereal, milk chocolate chips, creamy peanut butter. Now I've already got some peanut butter in there. Butter, and that's it. And then you give them a coating of powdered sugar. So would that suit you to make them next week? Answers on a postcard, please. Nice and simple. It's an American thing. So you know, but obviously it's a no bake. So I'm trying to find something else that we can make. We could, I mean, I've got another one, Rolo Blondies. So that's sort of the baking part, and the Muddy Buddies could be the no bake part, like this week. You know what I mean? We could do the Rolo Blondies, and then we could do the Rice Krispie things. Now, I say this to Tracy every week, Tim. You don't have to make both. You could just make the Rice Krispie thing if you want, or you can just make the Rolo Blondies if you want. And I always say this to Tracy, don't feel under any pressure to make both. If you just want to make one, just make one. You can always, sit it out a little bit till, we're making whatever you're making. So I always say that to Tracy. I don't want to put any pressure on anybody that come to bake with me. I want the time here to be enjoyable and enjoy what they're doing. So I always say that to Tracy. I says, if you don't want to make both, you don't have to make both. So I'm just putting it out there, Tim. If you do want to bake, you don't have to make both. You can just make one of them. You see, the Rolo Blondies. As long as Tim gives me his last Rolo. These Rolo Blondies cook for 30 minutes. So it's just butter, sugar, light brown sugar, 3 eggs, vanilla. This is the Rolo things, 275 grams of plain flour, teaspoon of corn flour, 150 grams of chocolate chips, 200 grams of Rolos, and 100 grams of caramel sauce. Now that's the carnation caramel that you get. So and it's somewhat similar to this cookie pie that we've made, but it's same sort of thing with corn flour and whatever. And the only thing I need is them melting. I know you're not going to melt them in that, but anyway. So it says add the chocolate chips and Rolos and mix through. Pour the mixture into the tin and spread. Dollop the caramel on and lightly swirl through the blondie mixture. So that you put dollop your caramel on top, swirl it through like, that tester that I've just had, and swirl it through the blondie mixture before you bake it. And then you bake it for between 25 and 30 minutes. Until there is a slight wobbling. Leave to cool in the tin or on a wire rack. As an optional extra, you can set your blondies in the fridge for 2 hours, so enjoy to help the texture. But there you go. So it's entirely up to you. I'll send you the recipes if you want. If you say, no, I'm not bothered about the Rolo Blondies, I'll just send you the other recipe, the Muddy Buddies.
So I was just trying a bowl.
Thank you. Well, some as I say, Crypto, I don't like to put anybody under pressure. If he thinks it's out his comfort zone, then just make the Rice Krispie things. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's entirely up to you, Tim. I told you about these Muddy Buddies for the fact that it's a no-bake one. So it's entirely up to you. If you want to do both, you can do both. But if you only want to make one, you can only make one. So there you go. So I'm just waiting for Chris. He's just melting me the chocolate to put on top of this. And then I'm going to sprinkle a few more M&Ms on top. So there you go. But you'll have to message me anyway, Tim, and whichever, or if you want to make both, you can make. But I'm not trying to dissuade you in any way, shape, or form. But you know, if you don't, I'm just saying, you know, if you don't want to make both, you know, it's entirely up to you. Why they call them Muddy Buddies, I do not know. It's an American thing. And all it is basically is Rice Krispies, coat them in chocolate, and then dust them with icing sugar. Where's my phone now? Oh, it's here. But I thought that sort of come in handy for a no baking one. Because you know, there's a you know, it says here, Cadbury's Egg Muddy Buddies, Muddy Snowballs, Valentine's Day Muddy Bunny Mix, Buddy, sorry, Funfetti Muddy Buddies or S'mores Muddy Buddies. You know what I mean? There's like but I just went for simple version. So
Can't get rid of these.
is that same? It just must be them milk chocolate ones.
What's with it? Oh.
Well, that white chocolate seemed to melt all right.
I don't want any more. I'll burn it all.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Just get me here. It'll be all right.
More coffee.
I would prefer a smaller spoon again, if you don't mind.
Hot coffee.
Yes,
coffee?
please.
Yeah.
You can smell it like starting to burn. Yeah, because you did them white chocolates in a ceramic bowl, didn't you? Now this is a plastic one. Well, they are supposed to be, but it might make a difference.
Stored in the porcelain one.
Yeah.
Or a glass one.
That's what, yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just drizzle some chocolate on here. Let me say, it's a good job, really. I was undecided whether or not to use a thing again. I'm glad I didn't. But yeah, it must be because it's one of these plastic bowls, these new bowls that we had. It does say the microwavable, but well, yeah, I mean, it hasn't melted the bowl. It's just the fact that it's creating a different texture to the melted chocolate. Now that white chocolate were fine, although it were a bit thick on thick side. So next week, if I have to melt some chocolate, to remember to do it in a ceramic bowl. The same as Chris says, if he puts it in for any longer, it's going to burn. And I agree with him. Come quite the little baker, innit? He's not want not tea. And last but not least, I'm going to sprinkle a few more of these on. You're doing a lot of puffing, Mr. P? Your hip? Yeah. We're drowned in M&Ms crypto. You know, put some on that not Rice Krispie, cornflake thing to make it look nice. But when you think about it, basically, this is a big cookie. The thing is, Bria, every slice is going to get an M&Ms, you see. Well, probably more than one, but hey ho. I'll probably eat them when I come down. So yeah, so that's the M&Ms giant cookie. Is it cookie cake? Cookie pie? No, it's a cookie pie. So yeah, so there you go. And you've seen how deep this tin is. So it's that depth. So it's made quite a, and that's why it says a giant cookie pie. So there you go. So that's both of those for tonight. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the link in, should anyone want to come up on the panel. Has that come up? Has that pinned it? I can't see it. It's only... Has that link pinned?
Oh.
Because I've gone over to...
Yes, it's up.
You sure? Hang on. Yeah, Johnny and Tracy. Hiya, Johnny. Hi, Tracy.
No signal.
Sick note.
Well, the children's centre's here. So.
Are you got it strapped up, Tracy?
No. I'm going to buy one tomorrow.
I'm getting
I don't understand them if it's badly sprained and you've damaged ligaments.
Sprayed and I've torn all my muscle and ligaments.
So why aren't they strapped it up?
I don't know. She just give me a sheet to do some exercises in a couple of days. And she said take some ibuprofen for swelling to go down.
I told her that. She's been taking normal painkillers. No, I told her to put my cream on.
The thing is,
and now she's asked the hospital, can I put my husband's cream? She went, yeah, use it. It's good stuff.
If they're saying it's badly sprained, you would have at least thought they'd have strapped it up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Put one of them tubeless things on, but they didn't.
Anyway, at least I saw her within about an hour. That's fucking a miracle, is that?
They were more concerned over my thumb than my foot. Asking questions over my thumb. I said that's how I've come to do it, I think, in first place. I can't remember, to be honest.
Just say I've come with my frigging ankle, not my thumb. Not my ankle. It's not my ankle that's giving me jip, it's my ankle.
How beautiful is that?
I know. Crypto says box it up and send it to her.
Yeah, if you stick a UV light under this, it all lights up.
Yeah.
You know, like the uranium glass.
Yeah.
1880. Mad that, isn't it? How old that glass is. Yeah, I'm having to rearrange stuff. I'm making shelves tomorrow. So I've officially run out of room. Tracy's off inside, I think.
I'm going to go on my computer first. In a minute, I'll be distracted.
Supposed to be resting anyway.
Get my leg up.
Yeah, not the kind of leg up I wish I were getting, but they're lovely, aren't they?
I like them. Yeah.
You know what we're going to do? Because we're going with like white and blue for the bathroom.
Yeah.
Get some artificial flowers. Come out top.
Yeah.
What a seaside.
Yeah, look, 22 karat gold. It said on the back of them. Look. 22 karat.
Right way around.
Bloody heavy, actually. I didn't con her out. I said, honestly, love, that glass is lovely. I said, but I've only bought 30 quid with me. She went, we give them a good home. I said, I'm not saying I'll never sell them. I says, but I do like them and I'll keep them for a while. She went, yeah, that's all that's all you can ask for, really.
Well, you've took them off the hands, haven't you?
You offered to give us.
And then I got the pink glass out. There's 15. It's 15 pieces of it. So, like I said, do you know this cabinet I've got here, Jeanette? This one I got. That one that outside the road.
Yeah.
I've got to put
door hanging off.
Yeah, with door hanging off. Yeah.
I'm gonna make some shelves. He said to put inside it.
I'm gonna get a piece of cardboard, make a template for it inside the cabinet, and then just copy it and cut two out. That's my first project since my injury.
Glass.
I'll come on tomorrow like that with fucking 3 fingers missing. I'll be like that. I'll say I've got cabinet done, Jeanette.
Yeah, I've got them shelves in.
Yeah. Live long and prosper.
Oh dear.
She wanted to pick which car to put. She wants a car in the bathroom as well. That's the closest one, isn't it? That's white.
Seaside.
So that's got a seaside look to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it does with surfboards on top.
Yeah.
I've got some shelves to put up.
You got shells for walls now. 20. Hey, how many people have 22 carat shells on the walls?
I didn't say shells. I said shell.
But
yeah, so I'm going to put all the glassware in this then. And
I mean,
like
look,
I said,
look at it this way, Johnny. If they didn't want to sell them to you, they want to sell them to you. if that makes any
No,
sense.
and then Ricky at Darwin Auctions offered me 80 quid straight away for that blue glass.
And when you
Then I
saw
looked it up. I went, you cheeky bugger. He said,
Uh,
no, that was the starting
Oh,
offer.
how are we doing?
hello, Mr. Gravy Boy.
Oh, I watching chats on about gravy.
Yeah, Tim says, "Where's Richard?" He says he's probably making his gravy for his gravy.
Yeah, Ricky said that £80 was the starting bid. So there you go. I still said no.
Hello, partners. Hello, Tim. That's it.
I've always said if you fell in shit, you'd come up smelling of roses, Johnny.
Oh, Bria.
I've got some blue glass in here. 1880 it's from. Richard. Ridiculous.
22 carat shells.
Got a nice pair of look. These are my new nipple. These are my new nipple covers.
Gravy train derailed.
Got my new nipple covers, Richard.
Just need a piece of string now.
Yeah, I was going to say I need some string now.
I've got a roller string here.
Maybe elasticated as well, not with me. You don't want to go in twang, do you?
Yeah, partners ratings look like Olive on the buses.
The old lady that this glassware was from, she was 91. She died in 2023, yeah? Well, that glassware, that blue one there, was her grand. And her great-grand, she was born in 1860, sorry. And she was married in 1880, and that was her wedding gift.
Explain that who's Hey Jeanette?
What?
Jeanette?
What shavers?
You mean Jeanette?
Hey, Gary, how are we doing?
I've been called a lot of things, but Gillette ain't one of them.
Gillette's the best a man can get.
All right, I was calling my friend Janet earlier, Jeanette.
Yeah. Partners, yeah, other day on Richard, he called me Fagash Lil.
Well, is it long as you don't flick into pastry? No.
I mean, I never smoke until everything's cleared.
I know. I'm only joking.
Probably quite a few crips, I would imagine.
How many tubs of Bisto to fill a pool asking for a friend? So yeah, that's twice part this. Yeah.
Imagine that, you'd be sniffing yourself from years ago and I still smell fucking gravy. How many Bisto said, Richard, how many tubs of Bisto to fill a pool asking for a friend? Yeah. Well, if it were that paddling pool I bought the other day for £5, fucking about 3 packets. All right, if you want to get your feet wet, that's fine.
Where are you going to get in pool of gravy to Crypto?
Well,
I don't know whether you knew this, Tracy, but every year in Lancashire, not far from where Richard is, they do a World Gravy Wrestling Championships.
Yeah.
Every year, you know, and they get prizes for best fancy dress.
All women turning up looking like a nice piece of crackling.
What did I cook?
I'll go with gravy.
That is a giant cookie.
Oh, I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
No.
Well, tomorrow there'll be a giant slice cut out of it.
But I did that cornflake, but I added a bit of. I put some orange, melted white chocolate, put some orange colouring in it, and sprinkled a few of them M&Ms on that.
Yeah, because when I saw you that, do you know when you were doing the drizzling bit on the top?
Yeah.
What? Isn't that pink?
Well, it's sort of like a bit of a. I didn't want to put too much in because I've been there, done that, and it go all awry. But when Chris went to Asda, he managed to get. It's a new thing, the mini M&Ms.
Okay, have a bit of
And I've
You
still
know?
got some left, look.
You're a good
The
girl. I'm
mini
very, very
ones.
proud of you.
They're not like you know,
Yeah.
the mini ones.
Don't show me.
So they just ideal because in the cookie as
No.
well, the giant cookie, I've put
Sure.
white chocolate and milk chocolate chips
I
as
see.
well as M&Ms.
I want some.
You know, darling. No, no, no,
There you
no.
go.
As Faraz said to Callie, no, 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 no.
Never mind that.
No, 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 no.
I'll get a pull up.
Yeah, so we need a full rearrangement and 2 shells.
I'll get a pull up a thread later.
And a bubble wrap outfit for Tracy.
Oh, hey, that's sorted now, you know. You want bubble wrap, girl? I've got a box full here.
I don't want freaking bubble wrap, thank you.
No, Jeanette said I need to wrap you in it.
Oh, Tommy.
So you don't hurt yourself again.
Yeah, I've got loads here. I could put a patch here, there, and everywhere. I've got some box tape over there. Jeanette, we've got a plan.
You've got a plan.
Box tape, and I've got a box full of bubble wrap here. Elbows, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Oh dear. Can you believe it, Richard? She's been to hospital and they've said it's badly sprained and torn a ligament and they haven't even strapped it up.
No.
Keep it elevated, take ibuprofen.
Me trainers on. She said, can you put some on your foot to support?
Could also be the fact that she's left it a week to go. So.
No, but
What did I say to you a week ago, Tracy? I says, get off back down to hospital.
Been doing it on and off for a while before all this, really, as well.
But yeah.
What's cropped up?
That's the thing, innit? She broke it really bad, and also once you have a bad break, you can have jip forever, really.
I can't believe that they've not even strapped it up or bandaged
it. They told her three falls up. She's fallen 3 times since they told her not to fall over anymore. But I can't say oh.
But what I'm trying to say to you,
I've fallen 8 times in
I might get
I
might get a phone call tomorrow or day after to go back. She's gonna get the whatever the
Tracy told me that they were going to have a more in-depth look at the X-rays.
Yeah, they're going to turn light on.
Yeah.
I think it's all just scanned straight to a computer these days, isn't it? It doesn't actually go on at work.
You can't really see my bones properly.
You used to go like that, didn't you? See that bit there? That's your fucking leg. See that bit there that shouldn't be there? That's your break.
When I did my elbow, you could see that straight away, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Fractured a chipped whatever I fractured, but she'd say that it's severe.
I mean, being your ankle, you're putting a lot of weight on it, just walking on it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can't understand why they haven't even strapped it up.
No, I can't.
The last time she really hurt it, they said if you keep doing this on that ankle, you're not going to be able to walk properly. That was 3 falls ago.
What 3 falls ago?
You've hurt yourself 3 times since they told you that.
I fractured it not long ago.
Since she had the walking, and then she had the walking boot on too long, didn't it? And they had to break her fucking ankle again, basically.
Yeah.
You see, it stiffened up. Remember?
I do. I felt pain and all.
Right, so I'm going to go on Amazon now and look up moon boots.
No, just one of them support things from pound shop.
Richard, here's a thing for you. You've got your gadget. Have you got a UV light?
No, I haven't.
I need to light up this blue glass. Apparently,
Johnny says earlier on something about you just need to think. I says, how many folks has got a UV light? And he says, clear tape, something else.
Yeah, piece of clear tape over a torch, and then you colour in the tape blue. Then you put another piece of clear tape, and then you colour that purple, and then you put a normal piece of clear tape over the top. And apparently, that will give you a UV light.
And what do you want that for?
It's this glass I've got here. Apparently, it's like that thingy glass. It lights up with a UV light. Glows blue.
Sure.
I could do that. I've got something else I've just noticed I could use, but it's a bit illegal, so I'd have to turn the light off a minute. Camera off. It's something I use that's to do with what I do. but it's a lid. But it also happens to be the same colours. So if I put it over my camera light, put it underneath the glass, in theory,
What kind
it
of
should
glass
light up.
is it? What glass is it? What's it for?
It lights up with a UV, like that uranium glass.
It's is it the blue?
What is it? Yeah, it's that.
It's the blue ones.
That lights up if you put a light under it. This blue glass here.
All right.
So let me see. Hang on a minute. Let's try this.
Thumbs up. You're right there, Gary. A big thumbs up.
Look at my beard now. Look for the phone necessities. Right.
So did you get everything sorted, Tracy, that you went to get sorted?
No.
Did I get what?
Even though I don't know what it was.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to tell everybody your business, but I was just asking, did you get it sorted out?
Oh, for Chris. He said they don't do it anymore, and you've still got to ring them up.
We don't do it at job centre.
Don't do it
After
now.
all that.
That what we're
We told him not to panic because it's not till September, but it's best for you to change over now. So if you ring them up over the next couple of days, or when you can do it.
Explain to him that he cannot use a computer, cannot use a phone.
You don't have
Anything.
no internet access at home at all. His little phone's aging, it's only about that small.
Showing him, he's got an analog
Can't even see
phone.
me.
His phone's analog.
Yeah, my mum, the one that my mum had, it hadn't even got a camera on it,
Your
and
phone
she
got a
still
new
didn't know
camera.
how to do text messages.
I would have done the light thing, but my phone's just run out of battery.
So it's crazy, isn't it?
I do have that light.
But not everybody's got internet, and not everybody can use it.
Why don't you careful?
But
Does that turn blue? I'm sure it does.
Bedroom.
Hang on, I'm just blinding myself. Fucking hell.
have you done away with Mia, Richard?
It's what?
Have you done away with Mia?
Oh, she's actually asleep outside of me here
Oh, God.
for a change.
For a change.
Bloody sure.
Just light up a little bit, but
Is she still jumping over TV?
Yeah.
colour. Used to be that colour.
Is she ever?
Walking, what I did
I
today.
don't think anyone can see what I'm saying when I come in with my other channel.
This was coming up tomorrow.
It's a very strange one, Tim, because I've not blocked you unless somebody else has blocked you, and yeah.
Yeah, it looks light up a little bit.
I don't even know what.
Very hard to get it to.
Is it showing up on YouTube? It's not showing up
If
here.
this ring light were blue, it'd do it. It is lighting up a little bit, but not just with white.
What is
the fairground one.
bedroom bed light?
Yeah,
Nah,
it's not-
it does come up on thing because I watched the one yesterday where they were setting up.
Our bedroom
I
bed
don't know.
yeah, it's not showing up on. It's not in live chat. That's
Work, yeah, it'd work for that, yeah.
Yeah, but you can't have it.
But what I'm going to do is when I put lights in that, I'm going to get them.
So unless somebody's blocked you, Tim, and I don't know about it, I know I am.
Well, you can look on
What
block
that?
list. Look on your block list.
The iPhone.
Means going. Hang on a minute.
You have to go to.
What that new channel they made, you mean?
Yeah. It says the messages aren't coming up.
Mm.
You put that back up there.
And
Oh dear.
Let me just look into it, Tim.
You haven't loaded up then.
that was funny as well in that bloody auction chat. Somebody put, "I can't hear you, and I typed, "This is technical support. Turn the volume up."
Hello, Jennifer. How are we doing? How are we doing, Jennifer?
Hi, Jennifer.
Ow, oh, God and Bennett. You know you're getting old when you find standing up optional. Right. What have I done now? What it's like now?
Right, let me go to settings.
Yeah, it's in you'll have a block senders list, block list. I just can't remember where it is off the top of my head. It's not on settings. It's on the I can't remember where it is. I'm just trying to look on mine now, but I just
Yeah,
can't.
it says hidden users.
That's right.
I've shown you my diamond in my belly button, but I lost it. Because it sprung a leak.
So right, I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just having a look to see if anybody blocked.
Jennifer, hello. That was my midriff. Don't like to call it the big shelf. Oh. Yeah, if I lean back, it goes do till I'm sat on the floor. Busy day tomorrow for Keena.
Busy day for me, you know.
She's got school, art club, and football.
So right, it might take a while because there's a few on block list.
She enjoyed that lead. She enjoyed that Leeds Rhino thing, Jeanette.
Good.
They played wheelchair rugby. Basically, they sellotaped all these kids to these chairs, right, and give them a ball.
Yeah, she's quiet now, Jennifer. She's calmed down. She's just sat at the side of me.
If
she's
you
away.
see some bloody things.
They found a new thing to calm her down. It's called chloroform. Yeah, he's replaced his bottled water with chloroform.
Yeah, what she needs.
Hey, Fun Fair World with Tim. Somebody's blocked him.
Hmm.
You should be able to put it in now, Tim.
So if it's showing you, are you the only one who can see the block list then?
Yes.
Jeanette's the only person who can see it, yeah.
What happened there then?
So yeah, it way on somebody's blocked him. So I don't know who it.
Somebody will done it by accident. They'll have clicked.
Yeah. Fun Fair with I forget where it were, and it come up in blocked because he says nobody can see my messages on my other channel, and I says, well, I know I ain't blocked you.
No, definitely I've blocked you.
So yeah, somebody's blocked him.
As Shaggy says, it wasn't me.
Yeah, well, that's what Richard's just said.
On the list?
No.
Right.
Believe it or believe it not, there's over 200 on the block list.
Bloody hell.
No, it just shows that it's been blocked. It's anybody who's got the.
Don't worry about it. Somebody's probably blocked him by accident.
Is anybody with a blue wrench can do that though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, there you go. It could have been accidental, couldn't it?
I know, I'm trying to find
you know, I mean, we had this same thing. I mean, I know it's going back to Gary, but he blocked Bria by mistake. So at the time, Bria hadn't got a wrench. So I says, well, look, I tell you what, I'll give Bria a wrench and it not happen again. So try again, Tim, and you should be okay.
No, but it's fallen down. I need to adjust it. It can't be asked.
So, but yeah, I know. Tim, I know it wasn't me.
I just couldn't squeeze it.
It wasn't me.
What are you lying for?
I'm not lying. Shut up.
What were I going to say? I forgot now.
Oh, there you go.
But there you go.
Hey, who's this dodgy git? Put him in the timeout, quick. No matter what you say, Tim, I'm not getting on the waltzers.
I like waltzers.
I don't like the waltzers, man.
I like waltzers.
Round and round's all right, but up, down, fucking left, right, and shake it all about now. You know, right?
Also, that too fat on it.
Especially when you got some fucking ass stood there.
Got a wrench now, Tim, so nobody will be able to block you.
I say, go on.
Only the managing, yeah, the managing moderators. So we've resolved that problem now, Tim.
Yeah, I need to do some arrangements. Oh, you know what that lady said as well? I said, oh, I collect vintage cameras. That's my first thing. She went, oh, I got rid of loads of them. For fuck's sake.
But yeah, it's sorted now, Tim. So you've got a wrench, so nobody can ban you.
Somebody diddled her, you know. They gave her a few £1 each for these cameras she got rid of. Yeah. Went, oh, these old cameras, the films are too expensive now. That's why they're worth a couple of quid. They're not that expensive fucking films for them.
But the only problem, if people are doing house clearance, Johnny, they want everything as cheap as possible.
No, there's some blokes. You've advertised them. He could only give her a couple of quid each for them.
Skin
I'd
flint.
have only gone up to 4. Each, that's a lot. No, I did genuinely say, look, love it is lovely glass, but I've only got 30 quid on me. So go on then. She carried it to car for me as well. I'm a bit wobbly on my legs. They
could have said no, Johnny. They could have said no. So
and I got her to carry it to car. I didn't want to drop the fucking box. You know what I'm like on my feet at the moment. I said to her, I ain't been well. I've been chatting to her since before Christmas, arranging to go get that glass.
And she saved it from all this time.
She saved it for me. The house goes next week now. It's all ready to. She just got some bits left in garage. A lovely house. Right in this little bungalow. What's it? Hoxton or something. It's just something. You go past York races and it's around like the other side of it. I didn't go into York. YO32. You know when you come off motor when you start going up and down dales, that's what it was like.
Oh, pardon me.
We're in the middle of nowhere, passing the field, and it says 4 minutes away. I thought, where?
What, in middle of a field?
Then this tiny little village appeared with about 4 streets on it.
Your box has gone, Richard, so I assume you've set the PlayStation up.
What box? Oh, yeah. Yes, I've set it up in bedroom, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I set it up on Sunday. But it's Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.
You've got 2 PS5s. Top at Reynolds.
Yeah, I set it up on Sunday. I got it working on my projector.
Well, he kept having to unplug that one, take it into bedroom, and then when his daughters come here, we're having to plug it back in there again. So he just went out and bought another one.
It all went out that fish tank, didn't it? We just whacked it all straight.
It's upstairs.
No, it's in that big cabinet in the living room.
Oh.
You know the one where if you open the shutter, you get an avalanche.
Callum's on about this. What's he on about?
Callum's got
in there because I looked in there the other day.
It's in the bottom cupboards.
Oh.
Something about a PlayStation Portal. What's that, Richard?
I don't know.
It's a portal for a PlayStation.
It's what? Did it start with a P, Chris? Can I have a P, Bob?
Still ain't got a Scooby-Doo where it is.
It's good when you got a tech when you got a tech advisor for an husband, isn't it, Jeanette?
Yeah, PlayStation Cove. I ain't got a clue what it is, Gary.
With something to do with live gaming or something like that.
Something to do with PlayStation 5 and...
I don't fancy the VR things then. Do they connect with that PS5 and that?
I've got a VR set for PlayStation 4, but I don't know if it works with it. I can't see it working. It might do, I don't know. I do have a VR.
You got that new one now, haven't you?
So I've got a PlayStation 4 in cupboard.
No.
I can't, mind you, it's same with drones, isn't it? You know, you can only use one.
We've got the original PS2, the black one that looks like grids on it. We've got the original PS2.
cheekies on it as well as play.
Well, they all do that, don't they?
Yeah.
When it comes to gaming, I have not got a clue at all.
Yeah, it took me ages to get some of my games working.
Thinking it would have to wedge that
Obviously,
computer
it doesn't
cabinet.
like having two consoles, don't Sony, because they think you know. So you have to log out of one and piss about, and you know it's quite complicated.
You mean them download things?
Yeah, well, yeah, you can. Well, download and on-download. Even if you've got a disc, you can't just pop it out and put it in another one. You've got to log out and log back in again on your new PlayStation.
Yeah, so you just
But
log
what
it.
I'm saying is, if that game that you download goes into your library, surely you can
download it out of your library onto your new machine, but you have to log out your old machine first, because otherwise you can't have it on two machines at once. But that's the same with a disc game. You can't pull it out and put it in another machine, because obviously number one, it won't work, and it only puts part of the program. You know, so you can't. If you could do that, people would just buy a game once and drop it on loads of PlayStations, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
It took me ages to get it working. That, you know, you had to enable sharing and all sorts of shit, because all my games were there, but they had little padlocks on them. So I couldn't play the fuckers. So what's going on here? So I had to piss about with settings. I've got it right now though. It took me a couple of hours to fathom it out.
I was going to say, you know, all it takes is a bit of patience and to fathom out what's.
I knew you could do it, because I mean, at the end of the day, you can have a PlayStation in every room if you want, but it's just a matter of making sure you log out of all the other ones.
Yeah, Gary says I still have to sort that all up in. I'm just too busy Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, Gary?
I'm just going to kick that cat's head in.
I'll message him, Tim. I'll message him and ask him. Well, he's still got to do our Callum one, but I haven't seen him for quite a while. So, but I'll go on that Discord.
You bastard!
Oop.
You fucking little twat!
Oops. I take it she's woken up then.
Oh, she just fucking appeared from behind telly, though, bitch.
Again.
Yeah.
Oh dear. What we're going to do with him here?
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put him back car boots and fuck off to Birmingham and let her out.
Yeah, that's the only problem, Gary. I mean, it's still
We're giving Tracy the one too about looking after herself a bit better.
What?
I've got the cheek to tell her that she needs to start looking after herself better.
I am Jeanette. If it's on 57, the cheeky sock.
No, I said you're going to be 57 next. I'm only 1 year out.
I said no, all day out.
Do you know what I bought tonight at auction, Jeanette?
What?
You'll laugh. Do you know when you have like wedding anniversary gifts? Yeah. Well, I've been married to Tracy 21 years. Yeah. Well, I bought this big fancy silver plate that says 25 on it. I'm just going to put it on the bed for free.
You're going to save it until you've been married 25 years.
All in thing, it says 25 years of marriage and that all on it. It's really nice.
Wow.
Sure, what the hell are you going to do with that? Put it away for a few years.
Married for you for 25 years.
We've been married 22 on 21st of this month.
Ah, look at that.
No, can fucking stop moaning about me dying that.
I know, I know what it was.
It's 23. That was it.
Wore it once, Jeanette, that tracksuit, and he dyed it blue. I could have killed him.
No, we told us the other night.
She has not changed a bit. I
He says
fucking
I'm
have.
still in bad books. He says with Tracy. He says because I ended up dyeing it blue, putting it in washing machine.
She moaned about it over there. I swear to God.
Yeah, because I only just.
I said, "Are you fucking still going waiting on about?" She went, "Well then."
I just bought it.
She liked that tracksuit, Johnny.
Yeah, I did like it. I bought it brand new in Bridlington.
Yeah, but then she got me for life. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? Right, here's the thing. Here's a point, though. Have I ever dyed up since?
No, because I do not washing things.
There you go. One's better than it, Richard.
She made sure you didn't make that same.
I dyed the clothes once, and I said, "That dyed up since." She went, "Yeah, because I do hot washing." I said, "Well, there you go."
No, I don't think it really. Don't think you meant to do it, but I was so.
Johnny looks like MC Viper from The Sopranos. What are you on about?
What?
On the photo, he says.
What?
My photo. I look like
it means that photo that you've just shown everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracksuit.
I don't know what the hell Jerry's on about.
Yeah, I was out this afternoon, 4 o'clock this afternoon. I thought, just look at my fucking cameras, see what's going on at home. Nothing. All my cameras are off. I thought, what the fuck? And because things behind telling, she'd not fucking plug out, the little bastard.
That one.
There's that one.
I like that picture of me, so you can show that.
Well, I'll show him anyway. Who's asking?
Yeah, changed a bit, Tracy.
She hasn't.
Well, set me out off and down. Yeah.
I'm slightly pleasantly plumper. I've got bigger muscles now than I had then, though.
Yep.
So how old are you now, Tracy? 50? How old did you say you are?
She's 54.
I'm 54 now, and I'll be 55 at Christmas.
55 at Christmas, right?
And I'm about in my 20s there.
Well,
And I'm sweet 49.
You don't look 54, Tracy, anyway.
She's doing good.
Don't look no like him, Gary.
It's right here at the top, it's round edges going grey.
Yes,
again.
yes.
But I need to do something with my hair, keep it down.
You need to stop fucking hurting yourself.
Oh.
It was a member of the blackout crew. There, look.
You've got jeans.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Oh, you're showing me
you're showing your phone there. Look.
Oh, that's when I met Chloe. When I first met him.
God, you look young there, though.
Show that one.
See that one? That's it. You know my little Chloe, Jeanette.
Yeah.
That's Tracy with her.
When I first met him, when she was 6.
There's me when I was 31 there on that picture.
Don't look about 12, Richard.
That's right, he does. He looks about fucking.
Did
you ask me for ID?
31 on that photograph. 31.
Did you get asked for ID? I bet you did.
No. I was 31 I were there. So it was the day my mum got married.
Hang on, let me full screen you a minute. There, look.
What the hell?
I bet you got asked for ID all the time. You look about fucking 16, 17.
I was 31 then. 31.
31?
Yeah.
31, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's firing out twins.
Looks about 12, doesn't he, Tracy, on that?
Yeah.
Don't show calf that. You'll be fucking wetting the lettuce.
Yeah. 31 I were then, because it were, I'll tell you what year it were. It were 19. Fucking hell.
Look, hang on, we can make it by the pub wallpaper. Hang on.
Yeah. It was early 90s, late 90s, when my mum got married. 1998 it were.
That's his wife.
Yeah, that is, don't you?
Partner says who's the redhead. That's his wife.
And the one on the other side, that's sister-in-law, the one with dark hair.
That's another dress.
Yeah.
Looks like Keena, doesn't she?
She's
Yeah.
double. ginger hair as well.
Ex-wife, obviously, yeah. And that's when I got married. I was 31, well, 32 then.
He looks
I
a
thought
kid.
you were Page Boys. Fucking hell, you look young there, really young.
So he only looks like a kid.
Fucking hell, Jimmy Savile still have you sat on your knee.
Because I use I Love You there.
Fucking hell, looks like Peter Pan and cranks out twins. What's fucking going on?
Yeah. One other twin's got a driving test this week, but she won't tell me dates.
Ah. She's not going to
One
let
day
on.
this week. No, she won't tell me dates.
Lily, she's got a fairy test in about a week's time. My daughter Anna went flat on her face every day and fucking $2 ankle.
I was 32 on the wedding photograph, and the one in pub, that was a year before when my mum got married. I was 31 then.
Legs are big to start with.
Yeah, I've got this one.
Crypto, he only looks like a kid on it, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh, well, I used to go to pubs when I was 16.
Start going grey.
That's what it was like then. I used to go to boozers when I was 16.
Yeah.
So
I think the Tramadol opposite me, grey. I've been on him for years.
Did you know when we lived in Thingy, Bramley? You fell through decking.
Oh, I got MRSA. Fucking that did me good. Yeah. My foot went through decking and I caught my leg on a nail and it just would not fucking heal up. Went to doctors, they took a sample from it. I went back to get my results. They're all dressed like fucking some out of ET. You're going through plastic tunnels and shit. I had MRSA.
Yes,
They wanted me to go straight to fucking hospital.
Did you?
So I'm sat in waiting room waiting for this fucking ambulance.
To keep me
So I looked up MRSA and he said, oh, there's several types. I thought, well, fuck you.
This is the thing, you know, when I went in for my sleep, I
had to quarantine myself. I refused to go in.
Not while we were here, but when I went for my sleep study, and like you have to stay overnight. She says, "Oh, before we do, I've got to swab under your armpits, up your nose, and in your groin."
Wash with surgical spirit.
Well, what's that for? So there's one to come in for a sleep study. She says it's just in case you know, testing for MRSA.
Yeah, I caught it.
There you go. Look at that, Mr. Romantic. That's how to woo. That's how to woo the women. That's how you do it. Look at that, huh? What a stud.
Mr. Casanova.
For 3 weeks, you were feeding me with a bow and arrow.
That's how we're in Sunniest Woods, that next to the river. I should have kicked her in.
She was tapping up down, going, "It's a good job you like toast, love."
Oh, yeah. My God.
It was risky, though, because he could have passed it on to all.
That looks like that scene where Sid James fucking pours that bucket of water.
He was having up a bathroom door. We had to wipe out the door.
Where was that at, Richard?
Sunniest Woods in Darwin, just not far from where you go to Auction Place.
Oh, yeah.
There's some woods at top of the hill. And they have a venue inside. So we had you got married there, and then you have your afternoon do, and then you have your night do all at the same place, so you're not fanning around.
I said to that Ricky at Darwin Auctions, I said, "You're running a fucking cash converters for pensioners, basically."
You are. You're there all day, same venue, right from when you get married, right till end of day.
I prefer an afternoon wedding, mate. It's fucking over in half day.
We got married. I think we got married at about 12 o'clock. It were.
I think it was 3 o'clock we got married.
We were there till midnight.
Yeah, we were. So
then following afternoon, we went to Tenerife.
Get her home, fucking funny. There was no romance that night. She was shit-faced. She's wearing a wedding dress. It window down at back at taxi, hanging out the fucking window shouting, "Get me 20 fucking for fags at this fucking garage."
Yeah, because I kept my dress on all day. I could have gone round corner to his mum's, mother-in-law's, changed.
There's the gruesome twosome.
And when they all opened up because it right the queue and let you go first, didn't they?
I think the one with blonde hair features you more than the one with ginger hair.
Yeah. I bet the other one's a bit more fiery, though.
Yeah, I'm going to say she looks more like
she used to be, but I mean, they're both pretty sensible now. I mean, the shorter one, she's manages a restaurant now. You know, she's doing all right.
Which one's the doctor?
The blonde one.
But yeah,
blonde one's doctor, and the one looks like the blonde one's doctor, and the
so one can feed you, one can cure you. So good.
Yeah. And she's in charge of a restaurant.
Got two numbers you can make. One when you're hungry, one when you're not feeling good.
But yeah, the blonde one has got your features, but the other
the blonde one's got a driving test this week, but she won't tell me date.
Ooh. His daughter's got a driving test.
Oh.
But she won't tell him date.
She won't tell me date. She just said she's got it this week. And I don't know what. Well, it's obviously not today, or else she'd have rung me up.
You want passenger side.
What did I say? I said, do I have to use it to learn the plates? I went, well, it's up to you, really. But ones of a motorist that you just pass. Fucking rips them up, didn't I? I knew how to drive anyway.
I'll know if she passes, and when she passes, she'll be coming around dropping hints about cars.
No, but back in the day, some people have done it. Like a TV license. Yeah, that Jeanette. Back in the day, you didn't really need a driving license. You were a bit like TV license. It was optional.
Back in 50s, you can go to post office and just buy one. You didn't even need to take a test.
Yeah.
You went and bought one.
Put a little note in window saying taxi post, and you're off.
Yeah, in 50s, you could drive.
Excuse me, why don't it say taxi?
Test. You went and bought the damn thing. It was only people with money could afford to buy them.
Yeah. We used to just, my first one.
No, I'll have another one.
My first car was a Volvo 340.
Yeah, it was.
Then a 480 GL with pop-up headlights. I was driving along and I slammed up brakes. The fucking brake servo popped off and literally went. Open bonnet and brake servo was still sat on top of the fucking engine.
My first car was a Mark 1 Escort 1300 GT. It were.
And to get it back using Amber.
Purple, it were.
No, C-Max.
Oh, yeah.
Then the Berlingo. The iX35 Hyundai. Hyundai 2-Scon, the blue one. Then the pricks took my car. Then I got a RAV. Then some pricks.
I can't understand what a fascination is keep going behind telly, Richard.
Oh, she just fucking. She clears from the floor straight over, you see. So I'm going to have to think of a different plan.
In 15 years.
Barbed wire on top of it.
I thought a sheet of perspex right up the front of the telly, higher than the telly, and then she's got to get hold of, you know what I mean? Because she can't get down the side.
Spit screens on the bus.
You know.
Well, same as Richard says, she's just cleared that telly off the floor and jumped straight over it.
Straight over.
But I says to Richard, I can't understand what a fascination is wanting to go behind telly. Is it the wires?
I think
it's somewhere that
she knows it pisses me off.
She knows it pisses you off.
Literally, a cat will look at you and go, fuck you.
Yeah, that's what they like. The problem is, by the time I get up and get over there, she'll be back out. You know what I mean? She knows when I'm coming. She's fucking gone.
She's a twat, you know.
I mean, other day she did it, right? And you see that shelf, she popped her head out there.
Yeah.
As if to say that.
It's more like a fucking meerkat, isn't it, than a cat? It's just
Look at
long.
look at the cunt looking at top now, bastard.
Oh yeah, the little fucker. Yeah.
I'll get it
Looks
down with
like
it.
she's looking to say,
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
just jump over.
As soon as you get laser pen out, she's on it.
she looked at you as if to say, well, you haven't been and fetched me and got me from behind
No.
telly.
Okay, now you need to screw that telly down to fucking TV stand.
Yeah, but there's fucking paw prints on it all the
Yeah,
time.
I can see him, yeah.
Yeah.
See him at light.
Little shit.
It back.
She knows that piston. She knew she had an audience then as well.
What I need is a piece of board on a fucking angle that meets the top of the telly and goes up on an angle, and then she's nothing to. Because I can't just put a beach board on top, or else she'll just jump up and get on fucking board. It needs to be on an angle so she can't get on it.
Do like a pyramid kind of thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Climb up a curtain. He looks around wondering where fucking cat is, and
Gary says, soon put a stop to that. Come on, Gary, give me some tips.
He says, put the TV and squirt telly with the water pistol.
got
I might
8
give
foot
her a
window.
shot. Yeah, and he's got to go out and buy a new telly.
No, I do. When she goes near the bottom, I do shoot her with water pistol, but obviously I can't blast her when she's near the telly.
Not a little girl she is.
But
Can't walk on the
yeah.
telly.
pissed me off today because I looked on my cameras when I was out and all my cameras were off. I thought, what the fuck? I knew straight away what had happened. And I come on,
out.
fucking plug that powers the cameras, she pulled it out, bastard.
Fucking hell, undercover. What's that film? Night at a Museum.
Gary's put a comment in, soon put a stop to that. Come on, Gary, give me the answer. I'm all
If you
ears.
look a bit further up, it says put the TV and squirt the telly with water pistol. It might
Hey,
give you
Richard, answer that question. Don't you really fucking hate that cat sometimes?
Oh, she does me. That is possibly going to be the option to put the TV up on wall.
When she's not.
But you see, it's
Yeah,
the,
but that's
the stuff that's underneath it. You know what I mean? That. Of course.
Tracy's saying, "Oh, he loves her really."
So, do you know what, Tracy? Did you not want her?
The thing is, Tracy, she knows how to push his buttons.
I know you bloody would, you. You'll have
You know
all
what I
for
mean?
free.
She knows how to push his buttons.
I get paintings and a few ornaments. She gets fucking.
And I know,
living on
and if she sees a plug socket, she'll fuck about with switch until she knocks it off. She's a cunt. Fucking actually switching things off the socket.
And see that little tower stand? If he walks around it, corner it more.
I mean, it makes our Tucker and Chase look like angels at side of me.
Yeah, during night, sometimes she sits on top of that tower, and if I'm going bog, she just gives me a quick dig on where past me her paw. Like and another one of her latest tricks that she started doing just these past.
And still lets you play with him till he's had enough, and he'll just go.
Got up in the middle at night, or in the morning. She just fucking grabs you on the chin like a koala bear and fucking comes with you.
I got a bog in early hours of fucking cats passing through.
You go bog, you go for a shit. If you don't let her in, she sits there waiting for the outside door.
She's not give a time out and put her in pet cage. You can get them big enough.
That could be an idea. Every time she goes behind telly, shove her in a pet cage. That could be a good idea. That I never thought of that. Cause I do have
getting a cat in the pet cage, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you put
I'll do it. I'll just get all the roots, scruff it neck, and ram it in.
And when you go out, you'll have to start putting her in it as well.
Well, she doesn't do it when I'm out. That when she did it today. She did it at 4 o'clock this morning. I didn't know. It was this afternoon when I looked, but when I rewound the cameras back because I could see when they went off, and it was 4 a.m. this morning. She did it.
We better go in a minute.
Oh dear. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get going, and I says to Amjad, I don't know what. I might go live tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't made my mind up. It was a last minute thing last week, so just look out for me.
Look out for you, Jeanette.
Yeah. Okie dokie then. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see how the wind blows. Like fucking early, was it, back in my car earlier?
Yeah. So I'll see you all later, and thanks for coming and joining me tonight. So I'll see you later, guys.
See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Got loads of Lucas in, look.
£178. No, it's too quick. So how much have I saved? Get 70.